And we have to pay close attention to what our body does when we detach from certain things. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Uh, Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here because I recorded this video doing something completely different, and after editing for 2 weeks because life came at me like, um, I didn't like it. So this is turning into a post stretch video. So this can be used for your workouts, after your workouts, if you want to do a little stretch. I just ran a mile. That's all that my allergies and this season will allow. Predominantly going to stretch my lower body and my back. I had a full body. So you're just going to follow each other, and I'll let you know any tips on what you need to do. The only thing I need you to do here is allow your entire foot to be on the ground. Don't let your heels go up and then your toes are just up in the sky, and we're going to rotate the opposite way. So this segment, or this series, I'm going to call, I guess if you've been here, you know I love a series. This series is going to be called Pow Wow While We Work Out. But like I said, this edition we're stretching. So this is going to be used post-workout. As I've stated, a lot of times people don't really know what to do post-workout, and it's do the same thing as you did pre-workout. So today I want to discuss the last video that I made. We talked about my body dysmorphia and really and conquering it and whooping its ass, because it's been whooping mine my entire life. And while making or choosing to make better choices, I allow myself a cheat meal, which if you were deciding, I really hate to say diet, so I don't say diet because I'm not dieting. Don't get it twisted. I'm not measuring anything that I eat. I am just making conscious, healthier decisions that I was aware of, but just didn't want to make. Okay, so deciding to do that, and the choices are definitely, look at the waistline. Okay, hey, we're here. We're looking better. But in doing that, I give myself a cheat meal one meal per day during the weekend. Okay, now I do that, and it's been working in the past, but this time around, while I was doing it, I went back to eat, because if you're from Houston, you understand Whataburger. That's all I have to say. Or if you're from Texas, all I have to say is Whataburger. Okay, so I love the fries, and fries are one of the things that I cut out. Fried foods, especially during the week. Okay, and when I went back to eat those fries, they just didn't hit the way that they used to hit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even finish my fries. And let me say, I have never not finished fries. I will finish your fries, my fries, and other person's fries, because I love fries. Okay? But when I went to eat it, or finish them rather, it was kind of like, well, Joycelyn, you really don't want them all. And so you don't have to do that. And I immediately brought it full circle, because what keeps me in this health thing, what will always keep me present with what I do with my body, is that I'm going to always refer it to the outside. I told y'all, if I can kick ass in a workout, I can kick ass in real life. And that's just that. So the mentality that I have when I'm working out, when I'm having that time building my body on the outside, I'm doing the work needed on the inside. And with reading books, I've learned, a lot of books, especially the ones I've been reading lately, if you don't have a passion or a feeling behind your drive, 10 times out of 10, you're not going to finish it. There has to be some emotional bound to what you're wanting to do that's going to make you stick with it. This situation for me really made me see that my palate in food changed, or is changing, just like my food palate or my palate with friends and my relationships that I was in the past changed. so perfectly parallel. Okay, so I'm going to give some examples. Let's just talk about it. My college friends that I love dearly, and please don't think that if you feeling hit in this video that it is torture in any way, because if I had a relationship with you, you're a great person. I don't have anything ill to say about you. That's not why I'm here. We're not here to discuss that. When we all graduated from college and we came back to some of those friendships just weren't as beneficial as they were in the past. I had a great set of friends in college. We had some of the best memories in college. But I realized when I graduated and when we left and when we grew up a little bit and came back around to hang out, we were only talking about the stuff that was in college. We weren't focused on anything, or I don't even know why. So I won't even spend time trying to do that. Just the same as like, I don't know why I didn't want any more than fries. I just followed my first mind. I just did it instead of trying to force something. Those friendships for a minute, they ended forcefully because I forced them. Instead of just allowing things to kind of become what they were going to be anyways, I forced my hand in trying to dictate how important those relationships were going to stay. And that didn't turn out beneficial for me, and it didn't turn beneficial for them either, because like I said, it didn't end in the way that I wanted them to. Same thing with my relationship, the last relationship I was in. I realized when we were drifting apart because we were not growing together anymore. There had just become a stagnation in like where we had started, where we had grown to be, and where we were and where I was. And that palette of, I don't know if I really won't. I don't know if we even I don't even know if we can communicate the same way, because when I attempt to communicate with you, you don't necessarily hear what I'm saying because our palettes are different. So what works for me, even in a world where we could cohabitate and have different dreams and aspirations and goals and ways of getting those goals or reaching those goals, we're still not matching. We're still not together. And that feeling of being detached from what I eat is the same as how I became detached in those relationships. There are things that cheese was something that I loved back in the day. Of course, growing up, you're a kid, you love cheese. But I remember the day I realized, oh, I eat dairy like that, girl. My body began to respond to it. And a lot of times this is what happens. If you decided, okay, yeah, I'm gonna ride with you in this choosing better choices, and I've been making better choices. As soon as you go back to something that was not beneficial or good for your body immediately tells you, because of how it responds. So many times we just ignore it, or we say, oh girl, I got the itis. No, your body's not supposed to do that when you finish food. Now, granted, if you want to go to sleep, cool. You know what I'm saying? By all means, do what you do. But understand the benefits that eating food has on you, just as well as the relationships that you have in your life. Oh my gosh. Because, all right. Because knowing that certain things just aren't good for you, and actually listening to what you hear and feel is so important. And not only is that important in choosing better foods, like it's beyond like, oh girl, you just want to eat salad. She's ooh girl, I'll be wanting to eat that. Yeah, and I do cheat. I do eat what I want to eat. But most of the time, once again, when I've taken my body away from those things that I've become immune to, which Just in relationships, if you've been friends with somebody for 20 years, 17 years, if you've been in a relationship for 20 years, if you your mother, your father, relationships as far as blood goes, that you've been a part of these people's lives your entire life. I understand that you have grown immune to the behavior. That doesn't mean that it's good for you. Okay? That doesn't mean that you should be immune to it. And we have to pay close attention to what our body does when we detach from certain things. If you feel better, if you have more energy, if you're more positive, when you're not around this person, if you feel like you think clearer when you're not around this person, 8 times out of 10, it may be the energy they have. It may be the energy they're exhorting. Your body feels better when you're not around these people. No matter who they are, you probably need to check that. And that's no different than the food you digest. If your body does not feel good after you eat, if you do not have clear thoughts after you eat, if you know you already don't look the way you want to look after your food is consumed, why would you keep consuming said food? That doesn't make any sense. It's really baffling to me, especially the more I kind of step out of it. And no, it's not baffling. Once again, I think we just grow immune to these relationships. We feel like we have to have them, like, girl, I don't have nothing else to eat. But no, technically you just don't know how to create better meals. So you don't know how to go anywhere and have a safe, healthy meal that's good for you. Yes, there are food deserts. Yes, there are. Because I am from one. I am from all of the hood. Okay? Homestead makes a road. Like, I am from where there's nothing but fiestas. If you're from Houston, you know fiestas, food times, a Sprouts, in barely a Walmart. Cause see us, you have to go a little further out to get that. But we travel for other things. So maybe you do have to go to somewhere and get get produce, and maybe try finding a safe food market, or meat market for your meat. Whatever works for you. It don't have to be the same thing that I do. It don't. That's not the point. The point is that we have to be cognizant. I use that word a lot now, don't I? We have to be cognizant of what relationships with food are doing to us. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is breaking away from said thing that used to bring you pain physically or whatever, because, cheese messed my stomach up. Bread was cool, but my energy was very low. Too much pasta, too much rice, too much any of those carbs that are considered. You have your complex carbs and you have your simple carbs. Too much of a simple carb. It's too simple. I don't need simple carbs. And knowing that and being able to make those decisions, breaking away from the habit first, because it is a habit, and still breaking away from it. I'm never speaking to you guys. That's a daily battle. I just had some cheese sticks the other day. But you know what I followed it with the rest of the day? I had salads and fruit. And Greek yogurt with granola. Please forget. The whole point of a journey is not to do it perfectly. It's to do it. It's to commit to it. And what I'm saying is that building a relationship with food, with not saying, oh, I hate this, I gotta break away from this, dang, I can't eat no cheese no more, like, dang. Look at it like, well, cheese really wasn't that good for me anyways. It didn't make me feel as good as I tried to make it seem. I just continue to eat it because I used to eat it when I was a kid. The attachment to nachos and, chili cheese dogs back in the day. For me, back in the hood, we had boudin with cheese. Yes, very unhealthy, but these things were what attached me to something that really just wasn't good for me anymore. And dealing with that, the initial issue, and saying, oh, my palate has just changed. That don't mean that I won't bite one or two nachos. Now, granted, I could not eat a whole serving at all. I would not be that crazy. Even with the lines of, hey, one day I could get half a pint of ice cream. Or just gonna give me some froyo so I'll be even healthier, where I'm not as messed up as I would be with the like just the good old bluebell that I was typically eating. You have to find what works for you. But the palate change is normal. It means you're doing something right. So if you are like, oh my God, yeah, girl, I really can't eat this no more. Oh yeah, I remember I used to be able to eat, and I realized at this time I couldn't eat this anymore because of how it made me feel. I'm proud of you, because these decisions are literal mind reconstructions. Being a part of a Western society, we are constantly fed horrible facts about food, and getting older and making the conscious decision to choose healthier, and then internally and choosing better, will make you want to choose outwardly better too. We're here. We're partially queer. We're gonna ride this bitch out. I appreciate you guys so much for stretching with me. You got a good little stretch. It was real simple. I ain't do none of my new stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're not giving that to you today. I just wanted to get this video out because it's supposed to be out about a week ago. But this next 2 videos I'm giving you, this powwow that we about to have, baby, it's gonna be a positive. Wow. So y'all come back. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, and comment, and share this bad boy. Get a stretch in. I love y'all so very much. Be kind to somebody, because you never know what they're experiencing. And be kind to yourself most of all. Pow, 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 pow.